video, a man named Nick is taking care of his sick grandmother when one night he sees this.
梦游吗 ？She has dementia， 痴呆，老人痴呆是吧？
Now it's important to note that Nick's grandma has Alzheimer's, which often causes her to stand around and see things that don't appear to be there. But as she stands there, something happens that Nick can't explain. While taking this video, this is captured. Take a look.
OK， 但是看到老奶杵在那边，感觉也是有点诡异的，好吧？啊？有看什么东西吗？好像没有吧。狗子好像有点不大对劲啊，狗子。What the fuck？ 啊 ！What the？ 我操，这是什么东西啊？这啥呀？怎么看着有点像是扫地机器人啊？对吧？ OK， 我感觉有点像是扫地机器人。OK， 十有八九是扫地机器人。哇
Apparently, something that was on top of the fridge had fallen over. It falls all of a sudden, which Nick says is made creepier by the fact that his grandmother's dog was growling. But this incident gets a whole lot strange when Nick shows what exactly fell from the fridge. Take a look.
Alright.
什么东西掉下来了
So this is in response to last night.
雕
My
像
grandma loves to collect little figurines.
OK， 小雕像。
One of my grandma's little angels fell off the fridge last night. You see how far back they are. Genuinely.
If the mini statue was sitting far back on the fridge, then just how exactly did it tip over? Nick has no clue, but after watching this clip many times, he notices something pretty freaky.
Honestly, I'm a bit in disbelief. No, I'm pretty sure it's just a plug-in charger. I brought my girlfriend Claire here so she can help demonstrate.
麦当劳。
But can you try to step in front of that? And so it just does that. Move
So?
away. So that comment says that the Roomba doesn't do that unless someone's in front of it. My question is, like, he's kind of creepy with a smiley face and everything. Even when it gets to the edge, it does that.
Now looking back at Nick's video, one can see that the Roomba does the same back and forth motion as if someone were standing in front of it. But the question is, just what exactly was in its way? To Nick, the Roomba might have been sensing something. Now this is where things start to get pretty creepy, because ever since then, Nick has been feeling immensely uneased by the kitchen space. Considering that his grandmother has no other TV in the house except here, he has no choice but to watch near the kitchen. But one night, while watching alone, this happens.
So, I was watching my show, and after last night, I'm definitely not leaving these lights on. But I was watching my show, and
两条狗。哎，等会儿，好像窗那边有什么东西吗？是我看错了吗？
there's nothing there.
狗子，两条狗子一直在看电影门那边，不知道什么情况。
There's no Roomba in sight to explain the dogs' behavior. Both dogs are staring at something, even though nothing is there. And it's the fact that they're looking at the kitchen that makes this even more unsettling. Now it's worth noting that Nick's grandpa, who passed away last year, had once told Nick that he thought he'd seen his grandmother standing in the kitchen one night with the lights off. But apparently he was wrong, because after looking closely, no one was there. It's for this reason, among others, that Nick is scared of the kitchen. But this wouldn't be the final reason, because on the same night he recorded this, the following happens. After putting away the dogs, he immediately films again after being startled by the ice maker, which was going off at this time. But as he records, this happens.
还有高手，还有高手。 不会在里面出现一个黑影吧？我看见我的奶奶站在那边，我想我奶奶站在那边，有人吗？有人在那边吗？扫地机器人又在动了，好像。
Whoa.
好吧，这个我感觉这个吓人是他们贴上去的吧，有点诡异。我现在看来有点诡异了，好吧。哇，他直接朝他过来了，他要掉下来吗？要掉下来了。他一直在往前走，什么情况？啊！我操，这有点离奇，他在跟着他。
Yo.
What the heck, dude? 我操！但是，也有遥控的可能性吧？好吧。没影了，然后他要跟过来了，我的逗啊！去，哇！我操，我傻了！
Just following Nick around the living room,
我操
the Roomba flips over. Despite there being nothing in its path, it does a complete 180
他
as
竟然
if
以
someone
一种
or
意想不到的
something
方
had
式
forcefully turned it over.
停止了！
Freaked out, Nick stops recording and immediately shares the video online after posting the previous
我
one.
操！
And like before, many comments point out things that he didn't notice initially. For one, the Roomba was already acting strange earlier. Unlike before, the Mini Hoover was moving in a straight path, which is uncommon for vacuums of this kind to do. And second, it didn't pause and turn around when it sensed the stair's edge. Earlier, we can see the Roomba doing just that, but here, it doesn't. If what occurred before hadn't disturbed Nick, then surely this incident has. Not much else has happened since then, but for now, like most videos, this one remains a mystery.
太诡异了啊！太诡异了。
Now the following video comes from a mother who's been sharing every moment of her daughter's life. Her entire account is devoted to her only child, a daughter that she thought she would never have after multiple failed pregnancies. To Gabby, the mother, Regina was a miracle. And so, from videos of her as a baby to footage of Regina's first day of school, Gabby has captured all the smallest moments in Regina's life. However, out of all the videos on this page, a select few have left many viewers baffled. It all started with a series of videos that Gabby took when Regina was a baby.
爬向这个走廊。
During this time, she would often crawl to one hallway inside her house and just stare at it. Now, this wouldn't be so strange if it weren't for the fact that she would continue to do this throughout the years. Just like when she was a baby, she still to this day stares at this hallway for no apparent reason.
Vámonos ya. Vente, mi amor. Vente. Vamos a...
From playing a game of tag by herself to blowing kisses at the hallway, Regina behaves as though she's playing with one of her friends. It goes without saying, but she may have an imaginary friend. But to Gabby, this may not be the case, because as of recent, this was captured.
¿Qué pasó?
发生什么事了？
Ay, Dios, ahora sí me asusté. ¿Qué pasó?
我天呐，我真的有点害怕，发生什么事了？
Ay, Raichi.
咋了？
Mira, apunta para allá. ¿Qué, mi amor? Vámonos. ¿Qué, mi amor? ¿Qué hay?
在哪里？
¿Qué pasó? Ven, amor. Ven,
但是他
amorcito,
他
vente.
但是他好像还不会说话啊。
Venga, mi niña. It's okay.
Unlike before, Regina has been acting differently towards the hallway. Gabby's most recent videos involving the hallway show Regina being creeped out, and not a single video appears to show why that is. Or at least, not to Gabby's knowledge. It wasn't until recently that many people started to comment on a certain video that she randomly took one night. It was a short clip of her daughter doing her nightly routine. But according to viewers, if you look closely, you'll notice what it is that's been scaring Regina.
看到
This
小黑了
is
吗？
what she caught.
Día número 19, intentando...
哇，这小视频还有点略胖了啊，东伟。因为这个音乐版权问题，所以他去掉音乐了啊。我操！很快，什么鬼？我操，一个黑影。
What was meant to be just a fun little video turns into something terrifying. Inside a closet, a shadow-like figure quickly passes, and it happens right after Regina points at it. No one else was home, which would have otherwise explained it. After reading the comments, Gabby checks the closet space and finds nothing. If the space is clear, then what was this? Although she doesn't know, viewers have an idea. This may be, as they believe, the thing that Regina has been so afraid of. She even points at it like she always does with the hallway. Although not sure what to think, Gabby remains concerned. But then one night, in a different video, she records something that makes her extremely uneasy. While filming her daughter in the kitchen, this happens.
Cuando le encuentras un miedo a tu...
这好像跟扫地机器人没有什么关系啊。
Like previously, a passing shadow is seen, but this time in the same space as Gabby and her daughter. This figure, whatever it might have been, passes from one side to the other before seemingly disappearing.
可以看他是
If no
从
one
最右
else
边
was
通
home,
过到
as
左
Gabby
边的，我们
states,
可以看
then who
见。
was this? It's hard to say, and it doesn't help that neither
他
Gabby
他
nor
其他
Regina
其他
had
位置也
noticed
是
it.
有玻璃反射的。
Given all
要
that's
重看的话，你们
happened,
可以
the
看到。
question arises, just who or what was caught on camera?
感觉这
Gabby
是
has yet
好
to
像
know,
哪里不太对
but she
劲啊。
continues to be on the lookout for any strange recordings she accidentally captures. Until then, she has no explanation for this or her daughter's sudden fear of the hallway.
感觉怪怪的啊。
On July 10th of 2025, a security camera inside a house begins to record after sensing motion in the living room. This camera only records whenever movement is detected. The thing is though, no one is home. No one is around, or at least no person is. Although the man who lives here wasn't home at this time, his dog was, and so, upon receiving this notification, he ignores it. But unbeknownst to him, this motion-activated recording would capture something deeply unsettling at that moment. Ever since then, his dog hasn't been the same. This is what was caught.
奇怪的脚步声，像是敲击声一类的，敲击声。也不知道这个房子是什么情况啊，到底有没有邻居的？这狗是什么情况啊？我操！什么东西掉下来了吗？
After what occurred in this footage, the owner has been making sure to never leave his dog alone. As he states, something had messed with this dog. Now it's worth noting that his dog is okay and is only slightly frazzled. In the footage, we can see him looking at something that doesn't appear to be there, as the owner believes something was agitating him. Whatever it was, according to him, had to be responsible for yanking off his dog's collar. Now of course, it could be that his dog had simply shaken off his own neckband, but this wouldn't make sense according to him because the collar has no way of coming off easily unless someone removes it. Given that this never happened before, the owner can't help but think that something paranormal occurred here. But as always, I'll let you be the judge on that. Just what exactly had taken place during this recording?
这么说，
Let me know your
那
thoughts
这么
on
看
this
是一个什么
one.
都在扯他项圈吗？但是画面太不清晰了。
Now this next video was submitted to me by Captain Scorpio, who says that he found this on Instagram, but strangely, the account from which the video originated is no longer there. Although its disappearance is pretty strange, the video itself is by far the strangest. In it, two women appear to be hiking on a secluded trail when they stumble across a metal hatch.
Watch there be nothing.
下水道吗？
Oh.
Although hesitant at first, they proceed to open up this hatch. After all, they know it's just a water cistern and not something else they should be cautious about. But perhaps they should have, because it's what happens next that turns this video into the stuff of nightmares. This is what they caught.
Is that glass?
哦，这是个玻璃，竟然
I f***ing heard noises.
有
Dude,
动静吗？
do it. Ugh.
这应该是为了防止落叶吧，我感觉。
We have to do it now.
哇哦，有回声。哇哦，
Holy
这里会不会窜出来什么东西吧？
Are you? This is insane. Oh. There's a flashlight.
我操，这什么东啊？
Go get the flashlight. It's in the top.
什么情况？
Neither of them noticed it, but when looking down, a face can be seen. Despite being quite dark, someone or something appears. It's
但是
brief,
为什么
but
它是
whatever
跟
had
着
been there is
手机
caught
镜
on
头动的？
camera. Now the video cuts when one of them goes to get a flashlight. It's assumed that they
有点不大
didn't
对，
see
有点
anything
怪怪的啊。
afterwards because in a follow-up video, they never mentioned the face that was captured.
I'm Mackenzie. I think I'm the sacrifice.
Like water cistern. It's really
It seems they had made this video just to revisit the hole, implying they didn't see it. With no further
手机
info
动态
and
在
no
跟着动。
available account, it seems likely that we'll
误判
never
吗？
know
是
what had
误
been
判吗？
inside this hole.
灰尘吗？灰尘一
Now
类
this
的。
last video was sent in by a mother who wishes to remain anonymous. She explains that one night, after returning home from work, her son came out of the house to greet her. He
我感觉还
always
是
does
第一
this
段比
whenever
较
she
吓
comes
人，我
back
操
from！work.
第
She
一段
would
太
honk
诡
her
异了，
car
好吧？
horn while pulling into the driveway to let him know she was here. But one night, while her son walked outside to see if she was coming in, this is captured.
"啊？他看见啥了，小孩？但是
While
好
looking
像有个
around for
黑影。
mom, this happens. Someone or something scares the living daylights out of him. He appears to see whatever it was that scared him, despite no one being
操，
there.
有
But
点
upon
奇
looking
怪，你知道
closely
吗
at？this video,
柱子那边
something
有个
was
黑影，
actually
好像。
there. It was immediately after her son started running back into the house that a partial figure is seen.
我
He
操
can！barely make out the figure before it disappears completely. Neither mom
想
nor
看见这些
anyone in
东西
the
了吗？
family could explain this, but they were definitely spooked. Just what exactly had shaken up their son terribly? As always,
哎，
let me
可
know
能
your
就是
thoughts
他
on
在
this
柱
one.
那边看到一些东西，我们这角度看不见，但他看见了。
While out conducting some rounds within the nearby area, Pablo Rivero was met with something that made him jump out of his skin. He heard strange, anguished noises coming from all around him, so he took shelter in a nearby abandoned building, worried he may have stumbled upon something he shouldn't have. But the longer he hid in the building, the more he started to realize that he may never be able to leave.
干嘛啊？这是？
Son las 3:30 de la mañana. Salí por el
3点
motivo
半
de
吗？
hacer
凌
mi
晨。
recorrido diario de
他
la
准备去
noche.
夜间巡逻，他说。
Salí a hacer un recorrido y escuché un grito.
然后我这个
Así
听
que
见
me
声
he
尖
resguardado
叫
aquí adentro,
所以我准备去那
acá
边看
dentro de
看。
la garita, por motivo de que escuché ruidos bastante de soberbios. Está sucediendo en este momento. Así que no sé qué. No sé, señor.
他现在是在仓库一类的地方吗？
Porque lo que me pasó hace 24 horas está pasando medio paranormal esto. Así que voy a ir donde están los ruidos en este momento.
神经病吧，我感
Está
觉。
como que se está yendo de. Se está
但
yendo
但
de
但但是他
las
解释说
manos
这
esto
是，
que está sucediendo.
他说这东西有点失控啊，不知道是怎么回事。他躲起来是合理的，好吧？
He says that all of this happening around the hour of 3 a.m., the endgame of the witching hour. He locks himself inside the building, hoping that whatever the hell was screaming and bashing at the outer walls would go away. Spoiler, it didn't.
Vamos a ver.
东西还没。
Y esto sigue. Así que no quiero salir ni afuera. Mire, me he encerrado.
我不想去外面啊，然后他把自己这个锁起来了。我想待在里面，所以。
Esperaré que pase esto mínimo una hora y tendré que salir a hacer mi
他已经在这边待1个
recorrido
小时
de
了啊，他哪里去不了了？
una hora y media más, una hora más en tema de las
他已经
máquinas
待了1个半小时了。
porque han dejado una bomba afuera y tengo preocupación.
It is a bit suspicious how the window only changes
我感觉好
when
像
he
窗
moves his
窗那边有
camera
什么
away
东西，
from
好
it.
像。
But how would it even open like that in the first place?
Así que
He said he was going to leave the place in around an hour
他说
because
一
he
个
had
一
to
个小时
continue
后
his
离开是吧？
rounds. But judging by the part 2 he posted, he never got the chance.
还是出不去，那东西还没上八竿秋啊！这什么视角？工具人吗？
These two videos are the only
他
ones
直接是
posted
躲
on
起来
this
了，
account,
这个视角。
and they both came out a long time ago with no update in sight. There are commenters
这个视频
asking
有点
for a
诡异了，好吧？
response from Pablo to check
他
if he
抬头
ever
看
got
现在
out
这个
that building,
视角有点诡异了
but。they received nothing. It's like he no longer
voy
exists.
a ir donde están los ruidos en este momento.
Number 5. Lights,
就
chairs,
有点莫名其妙
action.
这个视频，因为啥都没拍到啊，
Normally,
有
you
点说
expect the light
只有动
fixtures
静
to be swinging, the doors to be slamming, and the chairs sliding all over the place to be associated with one hell of a party. But for the guy over at Devil's Gram on TikTok, it's just his regular life. Except he isn't holding Gatsby-like events in his home every week. Something sinister seems to be doing it for him.
السلام علیکم مرګرو تاسو چرته تللی وم که نه او دا دې رالم تاسو ګورئ ښه کور ته رالم او کور یې راله په بله واړو یا الله خیر مرګرو زما د دې ویډیو مطلب دا دی که نه چې تاسو ماته نمبر
所以他就是。
معلومي صاحب ښه مولا راته معلومي ماته نمبر را سینډ کړي یو مولا سره مې رابطه وکړه تاسو نمبر را سینډ کړی او چې هغه مې راوستو هغه
是中东的吗？阿拉伯地区的吗？还是这个印度的？哎，这个地方有点熟悉啊，好像之前在直播中看过。
زما د دې ویډیو دا مطلب دی چې زموږ د دې کور نه را پیریان
像是印度的吗？
یا الله خیر مرګرو روزانه زموږ د علي ګورئ ښه کمرې راله راورانه کړې ده یا الله خیر
这边动静好
یا
多啊！
الله
我操，
خیر
狗拉线原理。
یا الله خیر استغفر الله الله اکبر یا الله خیر یا الله خیر وګورئ مرګرو ښه یا الله خیر
我感觉
یا الله خیر یا الله خیر یا الله
字幕也不需要看懂这个动静就知道是怎么回事了。
وګورئ مرګرو ښه
我这动静有点多啊！我操。
استغفر الله الله اکبر
After suspecting that whatever it was must have moved into the room at the end, he made another video checking it out specifically, only to be left running for his spare pants when his nightmares came true.
他又来了。这些东西好像又重新就放回去了，是吧？感觉这是像是一个茶室一样，这个地
The
方。
activity soon spread throughout his entire home, causing the whole place to resemble some kind of abstract horror film.
然后他是晚上过来拍啊，干嘛？我操，这还有椅子会动的吗？啊，我操！有点太夸张了吧，我操！我操，有点太夸张了吧！滚开！
How the hell is this happening?
我操
Unless he has an
这个东
entire
西确实
team
夸
of
张啊，
special
这东西确
effects
实夸张。
workers behind the scenes, moving everything so aggressively seems impossible. The force causing all of this was so strong, in fact, that it broke some of his property.
我操！我感觉那些风扇上面不是有个坏，那个风扇没有那个的吗？没有扇子，估计是被他扯掉的。我操！道具组下血本了。
Do you have any ideas how this could be taking place? He could be making an amateur film, and these videos are publicity that he's pretending are real.
有点夸张了。
But why do they feel so real? He sounds
但
so
是你又看不出什
genuinely
么马脚，
scared.
现在。
And why would he break his own stuff?
这该不会是这房间里面有人吧？
Number
左边
3.
一个，右边一个，
Cabin in the woods.
再来回拉线嘛。
While getting ready to enjoy their stay at a scenic camping spot in Macaya River State Park in Florida, Alicia and her husband were looking forward to a relaxing holiday. Except, almost upon arrival, the pair were scared stiff after swearing something else was staying in their cabin. Check out the footage they caught that had them considering packing up again.
This place is so cool, isn't it? What's somebody in there with you?
You
The fuck?
What the hell was that behind her? The figure looked somewhat humanoid, but with weirdly short, stumpy arms and a hunched posture. Were they cabin sharing with some kind of SCP?
有点像那个173啊，你这么一说。
Macaya River State Park is quite well
但是
known
SCP
for
是
its
假的。
ghost stories and legends though. Many have experienced strange things while staying or walking through there, but the park is also known to be home of Florida's answer to Bigfoot, the
大脚怪。
skunk ape. Depicted as looking somewhat like a standard Sasquatch. Supposed
大怪怎么可能会在房间里面那么小只？这跟大怪有什么关系吗？
Could that be the cryptid wandering around the back of the happy couple's cabin? Did someone break in?
可能是
Or is it the
某
old
可能性
park
更
just
大吧。
showcasing its lost souls? Number 2. Dance like nobody's watching.
也不知道到底是什么东西
Don't
啊
you。just hate it when you're trying to
怪怪的。
record a TikTok dance trend and the resident ghost
不排除是后期
decides
的
it
可能
wants
性。
to join in? No. Well, that's what happened to Aiden Zahn while trying to make a good post. Take a look.
我们自己开了，有不少博主出现过这种情况啊，没当太回事，没太当回事。
This could definitely just be a case of faulty door locks and handles.
没关好。
Some doors just swing
是没
open
关
on
好。
their own accord. There's probably one that does it in your house. Her reaction was also very chill, so it must happen a lot. But that's just our thoughts. What do you think though? Is Aiden used to the intricacies of her home? Or used to the spirits?
门没关好，有风也有可能啊，这可能性太多了，我操，这个
The uni
不一定的好
lifestyle.
吧？
Living in a dorm room is never a particularly glamorous affair, but for this poor guy attending Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, it was downright terrifying. He had been hearing strange noises for quite a while, but he chalked it up to other uni students banging around above and below him. But the more the noises happened, the more he realised they were coming from his room. So one night, he decided to record what happened. Check out the footage he caught.
哦，这个像素对位了，这摇晃的视角，还有这像素有内位了。这故障是怎么回事？我操妈，太黑了！咱这视角有的时候挺受限的，我操！这视角极其受限啊，极其受限。他跑了，他跑了。
There are a few petrifying things happening in the video. The weird banging noises, the strange aura.
没看见东西吧？我感觉只是门在动。
But the weirdest thing here is that mattress right at the beginning, the one propped up against the wall, that wasn't simply knocked over, that levitated for a few seconds before softly falling to the ground like a feather. That kind of movement seems impossible to replicate in any way.
我是什么东西呢？我操！是这船人直接以离奇的方式给飞起来了，我操！
According to the video's description, this was the last straw and the guy moved out soon after.
我一开始还没看出来，我操！
I blame him.